Today is a chance for you to be creative, to explore the boundaries, to actually create the vision that we will use when we're having conversations with people. The vision where we want to inspire others to the Canning way. We want to create a new Canning way. We want to create a new vision for the future and one that will guide everything we do.
Over the next 10 years, I imagine that Canning could be anything. Certainly because of our cultural diversity and our age diversity and every other kind of diversity that we experience, we've got the opportunity to have an incredibly unique place that's not like any other, not a cookie cutter city or local government area. If we're truly working with the community and getting projects, programs and areas looking the way the community want us to, I think that we're going to have something that reflects everybody and everybody will see themselves in Canning, whether it's programs or places or the activities that we do.
For me, what I would like to see the City of Canning do in the next 4 to 10 years is for the city itself to actually embrace diversity. I know we talk about multiculturalism, that Australia is, a multicultural country, but there are things that I would like to see so that we feel, embraced, so that we can actually participate and we have someone actually listening, because there's a difference between saying, yeah, we've got this cultural group, but we need to have opportunities to actually do something within the community to actually be heard and to participate.
It can become whatever we imagine it to become. Now that we are a city in our own right, we want to actually create a sense of community, a sense of purpose and a vision for our community to connect with.
I think it's one of those unpolished diamonds. It has the potential to grow in multiple ways, and I think that's where it's such an important area, whereby we work in an area which has got not just the economic side of things, but we've also got the population base to back it up, to make it into something which it currently isn't. And I think the potential for it to grow into something in which we can actually be, this is what the important area we're going to become is good.
I mean, it's already a major regional hub, but I think it could be, there's things it could do better. We could sort out the traffic issues. We could have a safer city centre, which I think is on the plans anyway, which I find really exciting. And I'd just like to make sure it's more disabled friendly, because we're getting an increased population, especially amongst the young disabled.
For me, Canning has the opportunity to be the place to be. So whether that's from a business point of view, we've got loads of business opportunities in Canning and we want to encourage business to the area. It's a place to be in terms of community, wanting to run your community activity or community group, but also from a sporting point of view. Canning has fantastic reserves and every weekend you can see young people up to older people playing sport. So for me, in 10 years, I want Canning to be the place to be.
Canning's going to see a lot of growth in the next 10 years, so I think we're going to absorb a lot of population growth as it moves out from the city. Canning will become, I think, a very important place to live, particularly in the city centre, because we're so close to the city. And I think we'll see a whole new range of people coming to live here. At the same time, I think that our Canning has the opportunity to build global connections and work with our business community to do that. And I think one of the ways in which we can build those global connections is to also work with our residents who are highly multicultural in the first place. So we've got all the ingredients here to be a city that is recognised as a place that people really want to be in, but also a city that can punch above its weight and operate globally.
I think the city of Canning's got a lot of potential for development. The whole, I guess, Carousel precinct or city centre, you know, there's a lot of vacant land there, and even around our area in East Cannington, there's just so much room and potential for development, and it'd be good to see if the city of Canning can actually manage that process effectively so we get the right kind of development, and it's I guess increase the amenity of the area.
What could Canning become in the next 10 years? It depends what the community wants it to be. I hope it would become a welcoming, inclusive, much greener and cooler place.
I think the council does a wonderful job. The Bush crew do an amazing job, and I think as long as we keep our open spaces and just stay as we are. I was very shocked when we were going to be amalgamated, and I think the council does such a good job. It should just stay as it is, and we should just go the way we're going, which has been wonderful.
City of Canning is already a vibrant and inclusive city. I think there are so many different types of communities living here, so I think we can bring all of them together and be well connected.
Canning could become a place to be, a centre for people to go to. It has great parks, great arterial roads. It's very central to the city. It's easy to get from point A to point B. It's close to the airport. It has great recreational facilities, great parks, a great river, great community. We've weathered a lot of storms. We've been through a lot of controversy in the past, but we keep bouncing back and we keep our heads high and move forward and continue to provide a good service to our customers and good community spirit. And we have a strong following and a strong community, and we thrive. So that's where we'll be.
Have it a place where maybe people and families of all different economic status can be comfortable to live in, rather than wouldn't like to see it as becoming a place that's only for wealthy people to live in, or the opposite way. Wouldn't like to see it if it's going to be a completely filled out with high-rise buildings and only for like a cheaper place to live. And most importantly, hopefully, if in 10 years' time there's just as many parks left as there are today, and they don't decrease any of them or forego any parklands for housing or industrial or anything like that, then that would be fantastic.
As I said to our CEO a little while back, I would like to see Canning become a destination, not a humiliation. Because in the past we've had the commissioners in a number of times because our elected representation hasn't been as strong as it could be. I think we're on the right track now, but I can see a fantastic future for Canning. And in the same way that people talk about, the Subi lifestyle, and then they say, well, you can go to Alkimos and have it up there. I'd like to have people talking about the Canning lifestyle and enjoying our river, our wetlands, our easy movement to places and parks within our suburbs, and the good services that the city provide for us.